Right, so today we're going to be fitting one of these external shower points. So we'll come through here, connect onto the cold, and then the hot can pick up from underneath there. Yeah, let's see if I can get that one in there and just put a little set off the bottom to come down. This is the bit that connects onto it. So all you do is just flip the flap up, just grab the end, clips in, turn it to hot, press your little button on the end of it. There we go. Hosing the dog down, and then you can turn it to cold, like so. And then when you're done, just connect it off and then just pop that down. Right, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Quick one, Charlie Howell, who won the drill and the multi-tool in the last video's competition. Turns out he is a second-year apprentice. I was hoping it was going to go to an apprentice or someone new into the trade. Turns out Charlie, I've spoke to him, messenger on Instagram. Turns out he's a second-year apprentice. He's made up with winning the drill and the multi-tool, and I'm going to chuck a few other little bits and bobs into the package when I send it off to him. So again, thank you everyone that entered, got involved with that. As you'll have seen from the trailer, today's video is a great little install of something that is just so handy. Watch it, and I'll put the link in the description below to the actual link to the unit that I fit, because I find when I fit it and I put it on my Instagram or put it on my Facebook, I get so many people messaging me asking, can I fit one for them? Because it's so practical, looks neat. It's basically, I sell it as a dog wash. It's an external hot and cold shower point that, as you'll see in the video, you clip it in and out, but it's just really handy. So I think you'll enjoy this video. It's only a short one, short Wednesday video. What else have we got to say? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Subscribers are going up and up and up, which is great. It just means I can make a lot more content. I can spend more time getting the content together and making a lot better videos. Right, I'm waffling on now. I hope you enjoy the video, and as I said, I'll put all the links in the description below. So let's get on with it. Right, so today we're going to be fitting one of these external shower points. Now, I fit a few of these for different people over the time. They're basically used for external dog washes, and it's a nice little, that's what it looks like with the plate down, so you don't even know. It'll go next to the outside tap there, and then all the customer does is flicks that up, attaches this little fitting into there, and it gives you hot and cold water to hose the dog down with that. And I think originally they are from like a caravan, you know, you haven't fitted on the side of caravans, but I've seen it somewhere about 2 or 3 years ago. Someone had fitted one outside their house, and I thought that's a great little idea. So I tried one, fitted it, worked a treat, and I've been, as soon as I sort of advertise them or put a picture of them up on my Instagram or my Facebook account or whatever, people just want them fitted. So basically all you've got to do, because that's the back of it, that's got to go through the wall. So you core drill a hole through the wall like so, and then you sometimes have to just trim, and sometimes you may have to just trim a little bit out either side. 2 compression fittings on there, and then poke the pipework into the kitchen, come down, a couple of double check valves, a couple of isolation valves, and then tee it into your hot water and cold water. So it's fairly straightforward, but with this one, we're going to fit it, I think it's just about in line there, so it's going to go about there, straight through, and then internally, I shall show you, we've got to go, it'll come through around here, so we'll come through here, connect onto the cold, we'll probably whip that off, drop that down slightly lower, come off there for the cold with a double check valve, and then the hot we can pick up from underneath there. So it'll come through the back of there, not intrusive to anything. So how we'll start is we'll core a hole through from outside, or we'll put the pilot through, then core it from outside hopefully, get the plate on, pipework poke through, and then we can work internally on it. So we've worked out where that earthing cable is. We're going to come just slightly across from there, 4 inches down, which takes us onto that brickwork course. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill through the actual brick there, because if you go through the actual course, sometimes the drill bit will wave around and you won't go exactly through where you want it. So we'll go slightly lower, we'll go through there, then we'll get the core drill, get that hole drilled through, and then bolt the plate on and work internally. There we go. Core drill's come through there, so we can drill this core hole out now and then get it in. So there we go, 2 lovely neat core drill holes through there. So that's directly now into the kitchen, but this is how this unit will fit. So as I said, we may get 2 couplers on there and just poke straight in, but sometimes you have to just take the lip of it out there and there, but we should be okay with that. That basically is going to sit like that. How neat is that? And then when they come to use a dog wash, just flip that up and it's bolted in. Just flip that up, connect the tail onto there, hose your dog down. When you're finished, just clip it back. Proper neat. Right, those fittings were just a little bit tight to go through that hole, so a little tip for you: if you've ever got a hole that just needs the edge opening up ever so slightly, just come in on a little bit of an angle either way, like that, and then that way, just taking the edge off there, and then what it'll do, it'll just widen the hole ever so slightly, so now you can just get 2 more bits of pipe in there, and that will just slide straight in. We'll mark it up, get it drilled onto the wall, get it fitted, and then those pipes are just poking into the kitchen and we can work from inside out. So that's the 2 pipes in on these compression couplers now. So what we'll do, we'll push this unit back to the wall, get it screwed in position, and what I usually do, even though it's got a little rubber seal around there, I'll just put a tiny little bead of silicone around there just to seal it off, just in case anything gets behind it, but never had an issue with them anyway. So we'll get this screwed back to the wall and then we can work from inside the kitchen, get the pipes connected to it. So we've got the 2 pipes coming through now, but as we're looking at it from outside, obviously this is the hot on the right and this is the cold on the left, because looking at it from outside, let me show you. So looking at it from this way, the hot is on the left, the cold is on the right. So internally, where we're coming through, this will be the hot and this will be the cold. So we'll connect the cold in, we're going to come down, I'm going to switch this out, put a compression T on it, come off, up, full bore isolation valve, double check valve into there, and then the hot will bring down, and we've got to connect onto the hot over there in the corner. So it's very straightforward. And then what I'll do with this hole, I get a pipe snug. If you haven't seen the pipe snug cover plates, just trim it round a little bit and that will go over and cover the whole hole up there. So I've made up the bit of pipe work to go in between. We've got an isolation valve at the bottom, full bore isolation valve, and a double check valve at the top. The double check valve is because when the hose is outside connected into the actual body of the shower, if the hose bit, for argument's sake, goes into a bucket or goes into a pond or anything like that, the back siphonage could, it hardly ever happens, but it could, if the water went off, suck the water back through from a pond or from a bucket, or dirty water or whatever, can suck that back into the main. So that's why you fit double check valves. So because the double check valve is going on here, I don't want to solder this elbow close to it because there's plastic bits and stuff like that inside there. So I've marked it up, cramped it up, so we're going to solder that in position, and then we can put that in, put an elbow on the bottom, get that into position, connect that up, and then we can crack on with the hot. There we go, that's the cold connected. As I said, we're off that T, full bore isolation valve, double check valve, and then out into the valve, the shower valve outside. So we'll get the hot now. This will be the tricky one. We'll come down, hopefully pass behind there, see if we can get it through here, and then connect it into the hot that's feeding the tap. So as we're quite tight under here, I think what I'm going to do is drill through around here, come along under that pipe, and then just kick out, up, and connect. I'm going to come off here with a compression T, and just drop down, connect into there, straight out through there, poke it through there, and then where it's coming out low level there, we can come along up that little gap and then connect in. So let me get some holes drilled and get some pipe work in, and we'll come back to it when it's sticking out the side there. You obviously know I'm not the smallest of guys, but squeezing in under that Belfast sink to get connect it to the hot was a bit of a tight squeeze to get into. But anyway, we connected on compression tee there just because it was leaking water or passing a little bit, so it was easy to just pop that on there. So we've come off, hop through there, so we're down to here now. So what we'll do, we'll come up, I'll come off there with a check valve, isolation valve, and then we'll put a little set on there and connect into that hot pipe there. And then we can get it turned on and make sure everything's working fine. Right, likewise from before, I've soldered that on before putting that check valve on. I've just tightened it in now. And what we're going to have to do, because we're not going to have enough room to get that one in there, and we might do actually. Yeah, let's see if I can get that one in there and just put a little set off the bottom to come down. If not, I'll have to set that and then put that there. But we may just get that. So I managed to get that set squeezed in just past that fuse spur. So that's spot on. Right, what we'll do now, we'll get the isolation valves off, get the water back on, test it up to this point, make sure all the pipe works okay under the sink and there, have a tidy up, and then we can test the shower outside, make sure it's all working. Right, we've got the water back on. That's all spot on. So let's turn on these two isolation valves going up to the outdoor shower. So that's them two on. As I say, you've got the isolation valves and the double check valves. We'll put a plate on there, cover that up. So let's go out and give it a go for the first time. So this is what you get. You get this little shower. As I've said before, it's sort of designed for like caravans and camping and whatnot, I think, originally. But I'm trying to do it one-handed. So this is the bit that connects onto it. So all you do is just flip the flap up, like so, and then this just connects in like that. And then you can just turn it to hot, press your little button on the end of it. There you go. Perfect. Just wash a bit of that down. Find the telecom box. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's coming warm already. And then all you do is just turn it to cold if you want it cold. That's now cold. And when you're finished, just pop straight off. And there we go. And then pop the cover down. And then what you can do as well, obviously in the winter you can just isolate it internally and it will stop it freezing up out here. So there we go, all connected up. Looks nice and neat, doesn't look out of place. They wanted to keep the outside tap ready for, you know, to connect the garden hose to do the garden with. But that, as just a fixed point, doesn't look obtrusive. Lift it up and then just grab the end of your shower connector and that just clips in, turn it to hot, get the end of your shower. There we go. I say they want it predominantly for hosing the dog down, and then you can turn it to cold, like so. And then when you're done, just connect it off, and then just pop that down. So there you go. It's quite a fairly easy process to put one of them in. Customers love them. I'll put the link in the description below to the place where I buy them units. I think it's called a Bullfinch unit. But as I said before, it's predominantly for caravan and camping. I have it on the side of caravans and stuff like that. But it can work externally here as long as you put the check valves in, isolation valves for obviously if you're going to turn it off in the winter. But yeah, just thought you might like that one. A nice short little video for a Wednesday. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop me a comment below, and I will catch you on the next one.